Hey friend, welcome back to the channel. If you're new, my name is Megan from Gray Arrow Tarot, and I am a certified transformational tarot coach and intuitive tarot reader. And today we are going to look at why you will choose your future spouse. A while back, someone had requested the video of why your future spouse will choose you, and I did that reading. That was a lot of fun. A lot of you seemed to enjoy it, so I figured we should do the opposite end of that equation. We should look at why you will choose your future spouse. And the idea behind this is to give you some clues, some things to look for. Like, this might be characteristics this person will have, the value they will add to your life. Those are the kind of things that I'm looking to pick up on so that you will be able to recognize this person when they come into your life. So I'm excited to see what comes up for you. You can go ahead and choose your group. You cannot choose wrong. Whatever pile is speaking to you has at least one message for you. If you are called to multiple groups, that just means there are messages for you in multiple piles, and you should feel free to listen to as many as you are called to. I also always like to note that this is a general reading, so every message may not resonate with you. Take what resonates and leave the rest for who it's meant for. And as always, I really do intend these readings to be interpreted in their most generous way possible. So I ask that you keep that in mind as you take in this reading. Now, this is going to be pile number 1. This is pile number 2. This is pile number 3. And this is pile number 4. If you would like to sit with the cards for a little bit longer, you can go ahead and pause the video here. Otherwise, when you're ready, you'll find the timestamps in the description box below. And I'll see you at your reading. Hey pile 1, welcome to your reading. Let's take a look at why you will choose your future spouse. Why will pile 1, see it's 2, why will pile 1 choose their future spouse? Why will pile 1 choose their future spouse? Yep, that's 2 more. All right, we'll take those. All right, well, let's see what we've got for you. Oop, just dropped one. Not sure which way this was supposed to be. Now it's on the floor. Give me a second. Okay. All right, so first up we have the World reversed, followed by the Knight of Wands reversed. Next we have the Magician and the Two of Pentacles. Oh, very interesting. Okay. So first of all, I feel like one thing you are really going to be drawn to about this person is that they are very balanced. I also feel like there's a lot more to them than you see on the surface. Like, I feel like the fact that we have these 2 reversals and 2 uprights, I feel it's like, first of all, they are, of course, an authentic person, but I feel like what they show to the world is just a fraction of who they are. Like, what they show to the world is who they are, but there's just so much more to them, especially with both the World and the Knight of Wands coming up here in reverse. Like, I feel like they are so much more passionate than people think, like, and they are much deeper than people realize. And I feel like it's like that hidden depth is going to be very attractive to you. And I'm just getting like they have, again, like this really like quiet passion. I think it's, again, like people don't really know how passionate they are. And I feel like you see a side of them that most people don't. And there's something about that side of them that really brings out the best in you too. I feel like it brings out a side of you that you're not used to showing. And this person is really open and receptive to that side of you. It's like one of those, like kind of what I'm getting is like you like how you feel and who you are when you're around them. I think it's going to be a big reason why you choose them. It really boils down to you like who you are and how you feel. And I think you also do like that you get to see a different side of them than they share with most people. I think it makes you feel special. And like you should, you are special, but special to them specifically, that they let this side of themselves out. And I think it is a very special side of them. It's very passionate, it's very loving and very deep. And I think it adds a lot of dimension to your life and to your relationship. But let's go ahead and look at this card by card. So first of all, with the World card coming up in the reverse, I feel like this person is very humble. And I think it's that part of why you will choose them is because of how humble they are. This is not an ego-driven person. This is somebody who knows how to check their ego at the door. The world really speaks to accomplishments. It speaks to it is like kind of like being on top of the world energy. The fact that this card is coming up in the reverse tells me that this is what's giving me that humble energy. Like, I do think they have a lot of accomplishments. I think they are very good at getting things done, but they're very humble. I don't think they're the type to take credit, at least not loudly. Like, I think they have a certain appreciation for their accomplishments, but they don't need everybody else to know. Like, again, I'm just getting such a lack of ego. And I feel like that's going to be, again, like very attractive to you. I'm also really being drawn to the way this character is like holding the world, but it's also like the yin and yang sign. So it's like I'm getting this sense of peace, this sense of balance, which I was also kind of getting with the upright and reversal balance numbers too. So I think there is like this quiet peace, this undercurrent of peace that is also very attractive to you. It's very grounding. I think it's going to be part of the reason why you will choose them, is because you really do feel peaceful and safe with them. The other thing with this, like the yin and yang symbol, kind of speaks to masculine and feminine energies. You can call it those energies. And the part that I'm kind of getting is that they are really in balance with these energies. So they, regardless of their gender, they have a very healthy relationship with both the masculine and feminine parts of themselves, which is part of what makes them such a reliable and steady person. And this is also a card that was kind of giving me this depth to them, is because I think they've done a lot more than they share. And I feel like even like their inner journey, one of the first messages I was getting with this card when it came out was, I feel like they have really gone on an inner journey. They have really transformed who they are and how they think compared to how they used to be. And it's turned them into somebody that they can really be proud of, but also that you can truly be proud to know. And the journey they've went on, like, it was very intentional. They set out with intention to become a better person, and they've done it. And I think when you hear all that they've overcome and all that they've healed and all the ways that they have grown, it's going to make you even more proud to be associated with them, because they have just done so much inner work. And they are very deep. Like, they think about things deeply. Like, I'm feeling like if you bring a topic up for discussion and it has a perspective that they haven't considered before, they're really going to hear you out and think about it. Even if like they at one point in time were on the opposite side of like the equation or of the argument, they are very open to having their mind changed. And it's because they think deeply and because they really are open to seeing things from a different angle, to seeing things from a different perspective, which makes them a really great conversation partner. Now, here with the Knight of Wands reverse, this is what's giving me the impression of having like this quiet passion. Like, I feel like this person is so passionate, but they aren't that way externally. Like, if you pass them in the street, you would not think they have this like deep, passionate, burning fire within them, but they do. And I do feel like this is somebody who will go after what they want, but it's not forceful and it's not like aggressive. It's just very subtle and direct and consistent. And I think that's also something that's going to be part of the reason why you choose them, is because it's this like perfect balance between being intentional, but not aggressive. You know, so it's forward motion. It's moving things forward. I also love that in this reversal, the character is looking to the right over here, which to me is looking to the future. So when this person is looking to move things forward, they are moving very intentionally and very directly. But I also do feel like they won't be deterred easily. Like, this isn't to say like if like somebody tells them no, they can't take no. It's not what I'm saying. But I'm just like, if something takes work, they're willing to put the work in, is really the point. So they're willing to make the effort. And I think that effort is not going to go unnoticed by you. And it's going to be something that you really appreciate and really value. And I feel like this is in all areas of life. Like, they are willing to put in the effort. They are here to be a partner. And I think the way that they step up, and again, I feel like it's subtle. Like, they're not necessarily looking for thank you and appreciation. I think it would be nice to give them that, because I think they are here for you, and to really be helpful and supportive. But like, that's not why they're doing it. They're actually just doing things to be helpful. And again, with this fire, this inner passion, like I feel like when they're going after something in life, like it gives them life to bring something, to pull something together, to go after something, to like almost getting like there's like some kind of a project that they love. They're willing to go all in. They're willing to put the time and energy in to make something happen. And I think it's like their dedication is going to be very attractive to you. And they do have the same dedication to your relationship. Like if this person decides they want you and they are seeing that that interest is reciprocal, then they are going to keep going. They're going to keep putting the effort in. They're going to do what they believe is necessary to keep you. Next with the Magician, I feel like, and the Magician and the World card, so actually I'm just noticing it is interesting that we have two major arcana cards here. So this is like some big energies, and I feel like that, again, might also be part of what you are drawn to. But I'm getting the sense that like these two cards are kind of connected. I feel like part of their journey, part of the inner work that they have done has also helped them find their power. With the Magician upright, this is somebody who understands their power. This is somebody who knows that they have everything they need to succeed. And there's an element of confidence to that I think is very, again, it's very attractive to you, but it also creates a lot of safety and stability. Because it's not arrogance, like it is confidence. It's somebody who believes in themselves and their abilities. They believe in their ability to be in a partnership. They believe in their ability to be your future spouse, to show up in the way that you need, and to be a partner, truly. They also have the confidence necessary to go after their dreams and goals, to make shit happen for them. And I feel like externally, people do see their power. Like I do have, especially with this Knight of Wands reverse, like there is an element of like go-getter energy, but again, it's not aggressive. Like it's almost like I think for a lot of people in the world, it's like they look around like, wait, where did this person come from? Because this person doesn't make a splash when they show up, but their presence is felt. So I feel like this is somebody that has, again, like they've accomplished a certain amount. They know their power, they know their worth, and they are able to, I'm getting like the energy of like being able to command a room, but again, it's not aggressively. Like it is just they have a presence. And I think that presence is going to be very attractive to you because it's like it's bringing a sense of stability to me, and a sense of safety. So I feel like there's this energy of like you can be whoever you need to be, whoever you want to be with them, and they are going to see that and appreciate that and hold space for that. And I'm feeling like too, like I'm really being drawn to like all these electric currents. Like I'm kind of getting this impression of like, again, just making things happen. And I feel like their confidence is also going to kind of bleed into your relationship. I think they're going to make you feel like you can do anything. Like they're really going to empower you to go after your dreams and goals and maybe even do something together, like build something together. That might not be for everybody, but there's definitely a piece of like their faith and confidence in themselves and what they believe is possible for a person is going to rub off on you, and they're going to be your biggest cheerleader because they do believe in you. Like they've seen what it's possible for a person to accomplish, I think both in themselves, but also in others. And they're absolutely going to believe that you can do whatever you set your mind to. And like, they're going to be your biggest cheerleader. That's what I'm getting, which is so fun. And I really, really love that for you. Next with this card here, this Two of Pentacles. I feel like, again, like, so the Two of Pentacles is about balance. I feel like they bring a very balanced presence. I love in the way that this card is depicted, where we have this character who's very focused on balancing these pentacles while there's like this water really raging behind her. And I'm almost getting the impression that like she has to keep the concentration to balance these pentacles like before the water gets to her or something like that. So it's important. Like I feel like this person has a focus and a concentration. Like they know what's important. Like, I just think like it's so interesting, this character, like her eye is on the prize. And I feel like that is your person. They know what's important. They're not going to take their eye off of what really matters to them, which is going to be you, your relationship, and like whatever your family may look like in the future. They are aware of what's important. They are aware of where their attention needs to be. So as much as they might have a lot of power and energy and presence and like accomplishments, these things that they've built externally are not as important as your relationship, and are not as important as like living a really full life. I just feel like this person has a good sense of what is important. Your values are going to be very aligned. I think that's also going to be a key reason why you will choose them, is that you have very clear values. And also, I don't know if you can see this, but we've got this, the yin and yang on this character's necklace here has come back. So again, just somebody who's really, really in touch, has a healthy relationship with their masculine and feminine energies, which is just such a beautiful thing to have here. So yeah, I feel like this person is just, again, the fact that their values are so aligned with yours is going to be a really key factor in why you will choose them. So let's see what else we've got for you. All right, we've got birthing a new age, birthing new creations, dreaming a new world into being. Yes. This was kind of what I was getting. I feel like this person is really good at creating things, at bringing things to life. And I think that's going to be so much like a fun energy to be in. But beyond that, I feel like it's going to really inspire you creatively. And I think this is true, like, no matter if you feel like you're doing these things already or not, like this person is just going to have so much faith and belief in you that it's going to really solidify your faith and belief in yourself. Like this person is really going to make you feel like you can do anything. Like they have your back 100%. And I feel like it's like also I'm getting this like sensation of like your perception of the world opens up. And I feel like it's because one, the depth of this person that we talked about, like the conversations you will have are really going to just widen your view of the world, help you see different perspectives just as much as they are open to seeing different perspectives. The conversations are naturally going to change how you see things in a really positive way. But also I feel like you're kind of seeing a new possibility, new potential for what could be for the two of you, because I feel like this undercurrent of safety and support, like when you have the safety and support in a connection, there's just so much you can do with that. And I feel like that's kind of the energy of this relationship, and that's really fun. Like it's really supportive, but it's also really fun. All right, let's see what else we got for you. Pile number 1. All right, we've got be bold and make the first move. Now, because this is why you will choose them, I actually think they are the one who will be bold and make the first move. And I feel like you're going to be really attractive to that. Like you're going to like that they came to you, they show up. Like I feel like they showed up like they do everything else. They're very intentional, but also not aggressive. Like it's direct. You know what they want. This isn't somebody who's going to play games. And I think it's that boldness, it's that directness that's also going to be very attractive to you. It's going to be one of the reasons why you choose them from the start, because they're able to show up and to make their intentions known with you very easily, very directly, but also, again, in a way that does not feel pushy or does not feel like unsafe. So it's naturally going to make you want to open up and like give them a chance, see where this goes. All right, let's get some last messages for you. Pile number 1, last messages about why they will choose their future spouse. Oh, I love this. Okay, first up, we have self-care. Tend to your garden. So I feel like this person, I think, has a really good sense of self-care. Like they understand, I think that's part of the journey they have been on, is that they really do love and value themselves. They understand that taking care of yourself is how you're able to do the great things in the world. So they're going to really encourage you to do the same thing. I think they are going to really bring a sense of steadiness, and like self-care is going to be a priority in your relationship. If you feel like if you've got too much going on, they're going to step in and see how they can help you. Even if it's like help you create time for self-care. If there's something they can take off your plate so you can go take care of yourself, they're going to be happy to do that. Or if there's something they can do to take care of you, they're also going to be happy to do that. Like there is just this care is really coming out to me. They have a very good sense of how everything really does start with the self. You have to be in a good working condition before you can do great and powerful things. So yeah, that I feel like, and that's just going to be a really big reason why you choose them, because it's going to make you feel really well cared for. And lastly, we have dream, which yes, I was getting, I think we've kind of covered this. I've been getting that dreamer energy from this group. I just feel like this is it's such a good balance between like there's this really grounded energy of like safety and stability, like needs being met, care being given, but then also this like dreamy expansiveness of like there's so much more that's possible. And I think it's such a good balance between having that grounded energy, feeling safe, but also feeling like the world is just full of possibilities for you. And there's magic and there's so much you can create both separately and together, which I think just like gives this dynamic an element of adventure, but in like a really fun, and again, like really fun and grounded way. which I love for you. And on that note, pile number 1, I'm going to end this reading here. Thank you so much for letting me read for you. If this reading resonates, I would love to know how in the comments. And if you enjoyed this reading, please give the video a like and subscribe to the channel. I would really love to have you in future videos. If you would like a more personalized experience, I do have reading options that you can choose from. All of those are linked below. They include live readings and also coaching sessions, which are so powerful. And very soon, you will be able to join the waitlist for my Transformational Tarot Coaching Program, which is designed to help you make your dreams come true. So if that's something that you would be interested in, definitely watch the space below. You'll find the link there when that is available. And if none of those options are right for you, there is also a donation link below. Donations are never expected, but always appreciated, and they just go to support the growth of the channel. But that's all I've got for you today. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you're having a wonderful day or night wherever you are in the world, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye. Hey, Pal 2. Welcome to your reading. Let's take a look at why you will choose your future spouse. That's 3. Let's get you one more. Why will Pal number 2 choose their future spouse? All right, let's take a look at what we've got for you. So first up, we have the 5 of Crystals. Next up, we have the Hierophant reversed, followed by the 6 of Cups and the 2 of Swords. Very interesting. Okay, so yeah, this is a very interesting reading, kind of how it's coming in for me, because as much as like this is about your person, I'm actually getting more about how this is going to affect you and how like this is going to be different from things that you've experienced in the past, and like how those differences are actually going to be really supportive of you. Especially with the 6 of Cups here, like I'm almost getting like you reflecting on things and like kind of making a choice for yourself that like your life is not going to look like how it has in the past. Your relationships aren't going to look like how they have in the past. And like there's an element of stability. There's also an element of unconventionality. Like I feel like this relationship and this person, you are not going to have like a traditional relationship. And I think how you will be breaking tradition is going to be very unique to you. But just to give you some examples, like I'm almost getting like, you know, maybe you're not that into like wedding culture and then you'll just kind of be a courthouse and done kind of person. Maybe you won't actually be getting married at all. And this is more of a life partner type of situation. Though the fact that this is a future spouse video and that's what you clicked on, probably not. But ultimately, like, it's that kind of idea where like there will be something very unconventional about your relationship or how you approach things in your relationship. And that's going to work out great for the two of you. Like that's part of why you're going to choose this person, is because I think there's an element of you that's very unconventional and that's looking for something unconventional in your relationship. And this person's going to be really receptive to that. This person is going to be very open to that. Like it could be, I know this is not quite as uncommon as it used to be, but it could be like, if you don't want kids, they also don't want kids. Again, that's just an example. It doesn't have to be true for you. But that's an example of the energy where there is just something, again, unconventional about this relationship that is really supportive of you. And this person is very open to that. And like from the start, like I don't feel like they don't need any convincing. They're just all in for whatever this is, because I feel like they also want the same things. Like this isn't like they're making compromises or sacrifices. You are both on board with doing things a little bit differently. And I feel like, again, that's just setting up this, I'm getting like such a sense of like a stable foundation for as different and unique as things are, and especially as different and unique as things are compared to your past, there is such a sense of stability in this connection that I'm getting. And I just feel like it's just going to be so different from what you've had before. And that's part of exactly why you're choosing it and why you're choosing this person. But let's get into this card by card. So first of all here with the 5 of Crystals. So the 5 of Pentacles, or the crystals in this deck, but it's the 5 of Pentacles in a more traditional deck. It can speak to a time of struggle. It can speak to being in a place of lack. So the fact that this card is coming up in a reading of like why you would choose this person, I feel like it's helping you overcome this in either yourself or your life. So wherever you have like, and also too, I'm kind of getting like helping overcome a scarcity mindset, or you are actively working to overcome a scarcity mindset when this person comes in. But there's like this sense of like of overcoming that type of mentality. And the other piece of the Five of Pentacles that's coming through for me is typically when we see it, it's this character who's like, they're walking, it's two characters who are really struggling. They're out in the cold. They're walking past a church. And part of the story of that card is like, they're not seeing that help is available to them. There is warmth and resources right there. If they would just see it, they're not even noticing. They're so focused on their own journey and their struggles that they are not seeing the help and the resources. And what's interesting is I think in this deck, like one, I'm not sure if you can see, but there's like animals in these moons, which is really cool. But also, like, it seems like we are in some kind of this church temple type of a thing. And it's also green, which is heart chakra energy. So I definitely feel like there is something, like there's an energy to this Five of Crystals that's like coming out of the cold for me in this connection. And I feel like to a degree, that's kind of what it's going to feel like for you. Is there's something about this person and their energy and their presence that feels like coming out of the cold. Now, I'm not talking about this person has like $1 million. They might, but it's genuinely the energy. It's not about the physical, manifestation of that energy. It's how you feel when you're around them. So I think there is a big piece to this person and their energy is that you feel like you're coming out of the cold. You feel like you are really stepping into some warmth, to stability. And I do think this person is at least like financially stable. It doesn't mean that they can't be rich, but that's just not the point of this. But there is a sense of stability to this card. And I feel like it's stepping out of that energy of struggle. So, and this can be if you feel like you're in a period of struggle, or even if you've just had like struggle up and down in your life. This is really breaking chains. This is really stepping out of that energy and into a sense of warmth and peace and stability. And what the animals are giving me an impression of, because it kind of actually looks like, yeah, I can't tell what's in these three pentacles, but in these two, it's a cat and a dog. So I feel like I'm almost getting like just like cuddle energy, like just like you just like, you know how you just cuddle with like cats and dogs? It's like, it's that kind of an energy of this is like a very like cuddling warmth relationship. Like that might be something that like is important to both of you, is having that cuddle time. Now here with the Hierophant reverse. So this is the major arcana card that came out for you. So this was what was really doing a lot of the talking in that initial download that I got at the start of your reading. This is the card to me that is speaking loudly to unconventionality. So I do think there is something, again, about you, about your person that you want that is just different from the norm. It could be the way you approach your relationship. It could be different stages of the relationship that just you don't see as society sees them. Just the things that you want might be different than society. All of that kind of stuff. There's just something very unique about the two of you. And I think you already know this about yourself. Like you already know what non-traditional things you want or don't want in your connection. And this person, like I said, they're going to be totally on board with that from the start. In some cases, I feel like it might be some things that they haven't really thought about, and don't really have a strong opinion on, but they're going to be happy to go with you on those things if you do have a strong opinion on them. So this is just the card. I feel like we already covered this a lot in the beginning because this card was coming through really strongly. But yeah, there is just this energy of doing things differently, doing things in a really unique way, in a way that is just like you, the two of you. Now this Six of Cups reversed, and also just to add to that, like that's going to be a big reason why you choose them. Because I feel like, again, like it's important for you to have someone who's on the same page with you about these unconventional things. So that's going to be immediately like a big green flag for you when they're on board with that kind of stuff. Now with the Six of Cups, this is a very reflective card. And I feel like this is like when this card came out, I was immediately seeing you, like imagining this as you, like reflecting on your life, reflecting on your past, and really kind of making decisions about the things that you want and the things that you don't. And I feel like it's that clarity that's kind of going to bring this person forward. And this person, I think, is going to be very different than relationships you've had in the past. And it's part of why this is going to work. And I feel like this is something that, like, again, it's very different from what you've experienced before. And I think you have a lot of clarity, again, around what you want, around what you're moving towards. And I'm really just seeing, like, I love that we have these cups that are kind of like, it's like a trail. I don't know if you want to see if it's a trail to the past or the trail to the future, but it's like, it's a trail that you're following. And I'm almost getting this energy of like, okay, so like, you're sitting here, you're contemplating the past, you're thinking about past experiences, and it's like, maybe you don't have the full picture. Like you have some clarity of like, oh, I don't want that thing, but maybe you don't know why. And then you kind of get into this connection and you start to understand your past better. And it's like you're following a trail. And like, as you do this, you're understanding yourself better. So this person is able to help you connect with yourself in a deeper way. And I don't think it's like they're doing anything specific. I just feel like it goes back to, it's this level of safety. And then with this like unconventionality we're talking about, it's the level of safety and the level of acceptance for you to want those things. That's making you look at your past in a different way. And I feel like there's something very healing about this connection. Like especially if you've been either in relationships or just been told by other people about how you should be in relationships. Like there are things you'll have to get over if you want to be with a partner. When this person is so accepting of what you want, I think that's just going to be very healing for you. I think that's kind of the big message behind this card. It was interesting. Like this one was like, I was kind of feeling I was feeling my way through a trail when I was interpreting this one. And I feel like that's kind of you. It's like as you're in this connection, you start to notice things about your past and just heal different parts of yourself. And it's simply just by being in this connection. And that's, again, going to be a big green flag for you. Now, with this Two of Swords, I'm feeling you getting more decisive. Like, I feel like, again, like as this person is validating your choices and giving you a sense of safety and stability, validating your choices, helping you heal parts of yourself, or really supporting you while you heal parts of yourself, it's going to make you so much more decisive about what you want and what you don't. It's going to make you so much more decisive about who you want in your life and who you don't. And you're going to feel so much more empowered to act on those decisions, to act on that decisiveness. There's like, I'm getting with this Two of Swords, a sense of confidence from you. Like this person really makes you feel confident. And I don't think it's anything like they are building you up, like they're your partner, but I don't think it's anything like they're specifically doing. It's just the dynamic you have together. It's you being with them. It's the part of you that you bring out, that they bring out in you, and the part that you bring out in them that creates this energy, that creates this safety that helps you step into your power in this way. And you're trusting your intuition so much more. And I think it's like, I'm just getting a sense of you coming into your power. And it's that confidence, it's that unlocking that's really going to make you feel like this is your person. It's really going to make you choose this person because they're really supporting your journey is what I'm getting. Like they're supporting your growth. And it's making you feel really, really empowered and really safe to be that empowered. And that's incredibly attractive. All right, let's see what else we've got here. Let's check out some oracle cards. Yes. Oh my gosh. Warrior woman. Have you answered your deepest calling? Yes. I feel like that is kind of what this relationship is leading you towards. Perhaps some of you are already on this journey, but I feel like for a lot of you, it's like, or like even if you are on this journey, it's like there's this energy of you really stepping again into your power. Like you may be tapping into it, but there is something about this relationship that is so supportive of you and so accepting of you that you are just like your inner warrior woman, regardless of your gender. It's an energy, but that energy is coming online for you. You are ready to fight for what's important for you. You are ready to stand up for yourself in a way that I think you haven't before. Even if you're somebody who you feel like you stand up for yourself now, this is a new level of that. And this have you answered your deepest calling, I feel like this is you going all in on what's really important to you. Again, even if you are already on this journey, this is like, I feel like this relationship is actually really stabilizing for you and your journey and where you're headed. See what else we have for pile number 2. A fiery climax approaches. Okay. So what I'm getting with this one is I really feel like, again, like I think a lot of you actually have already started on this journey, especially this, have you answered your deepest calling? I feel like a lot of you are already working towards your calling. And like There's something, again, about this relationship that empowers you in a way that you have not been empowered before. And that allows you to actually achieve this goal. And I'm not feeling like this person is doing anything for you to make this happen. It is just they're allowing you to be more yourself. They're allowing you to feel safe, seen, and accepted. And that's just unlocking a new level of you. And it's empowering you to go further. And again, I just feel like the level of safety and support this person is providing, that is one of their biggest factors for you choosing them. It's just because they are really opening you up to all that you are. Let's get some of the last messages for you. Group number 2. All right, first we have generosity. Sow seeds of kindness. Yeah, I feel like this person is very kind. They are very generous. And that's part, I think, what leads to this, like the safety, stability, this warmth, is that they are really a generous, kind soul. And it's just the space they create for you to open up. Like that is the biggest thing that I'm getting in you, is just this opening. It's this reflectiveness. It's understanding yourself in a new way. And it's them, again, them seeing and accepting you for who you are and what you want, and all of your uniqueness is just so magical to me. And that is what's helping you bloom. Like I feel like it's helping you see that you were never asking for too much. Even if you know that consciously, seeing it in action is taking you to a whole nother level. And transform. Yeah. Rise above any situation and become the best version of you. This is what they're helping you do. This is what they're supporting you in your growth. As you are rising above any situation that tries to stop you, and you are becoming the best version of you. And that, to me, that is the biggest, turn on attraction point to this person. That's the biggest reason you are going to choose them, is because they are helping you be the best version of you. They are supporting the best version of you. They are creating space for the best version of you to emerge. And they love that version of you. They are so in love with that version of you that they cannot, it is actually a joy for them to hold space for that part of you. And it's just, I love this energy for you. I'm feeling you bloom. I'm feeling you bloom, and I love it for you so, so much. And on that note, pile number 2, I want to leave this reading here. Thank you so much for letting me read for you. If this reading resonated, I would love to know how in the comments. And if you enjoyed this reading, please give the video a like and subscribe to the channel. I would love to have you in future readings. If you would like a more personalized experience, you can find information on how to book a personal reading with me below. There's several reading options, including live readings and transformational tarot coaching sessions, which are so powerful. All of that is linked below, and very soon you will be able to sign up for my transformational tarot coaching program. You can join the waitlist for that. That will be linked in the description box below when it's available, and that program is completely focused on making your dreams come true. So if you're ready to dive into that, if that's something you want to make happen for yourself, definitely keep an eye out for that in the description box. And if none of that is right for you, but you still want to support the channel, I also have a donation linked below. Donations are never expected, but always appreciated, and they just go to support the growth of the channel. But that's all I've got for you today. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you're having a wonderful day or night wherever you are in the world, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye. Hey, pile number 3, let's take a look at why you will choose your future spouse. Why will pile number 3 choose their future spouse? Why will pile number 3 choose their future spouse? Okay, yep, that's exactly what we need. Perfect. All right, let's see what we've got for you. First up, we have the 9 of Wands, followed by the Tower reversed. Next, we have the 2 of Cups reversed, and the 7 of Wands. Okay. So first of all, one thing I'm noticing is that we've got the yellow and blue is really popping out. It's interesting because we have yellow prominently in the background of one card, and then we've got yellow on clothing in another. And we have the same type of situation where we've got blue in the background of one card, and then we have blue in the clothing of another. So I do feel like there is going to be something about this person that really ignites your personal power. Like there's something about them that makes you feel more powerful in a healthy way. Also, I think they really make you feel safe to use your voice. That's the blue chakra. The blue is your throat chakra. So that is like really just helping you be more expressive. And I think really asking for what you need and want, owning what you need and want. I feel like they're a type of person that makes you feel really, really comfortable telling them if something's not okay. Like if they've done something that's not okay, you can tell them that and they're not going to get mad at you. Like I don't think this is somebody who's very quick to anger, especially if you are bringing something to them. I see them as being someone who's really interested in hearing what you have to say and interested in supporting you as you speak up for yourself. I think both within the relationship, but also then outside of it, within other connections, but then also just in the world, just becoming a really powerful advocate for yourself. And yeah, this makes sense too with the yellow and the solar plexus chakra coming out. That's your personal power. That's your willpower. So it's you really tapping into a little bit more of your fierce energy. And again, there's something about them that I think really brings out that side of you. Like kind of what I'm getting with this is there's something about this person that you like who you are when you're around them. I feel like that's always like a good sign, that you've probably found your person, but I think it's especially true for you is that you like the version of yourself that comes out when you are around this person. It's a very powerful, very vocal version, but again, not being like harsh or cruel, controlling, manipulative, none of that. It is just kind of the most empowered version of you really comes out. And part of that is, I think, because this person is very empowered, which we're going to get into it. Let's go ahead and dive in. Over here with this 9 of Wands. I feel like one quality of this person that's going to be very attractive to you is they have a very fierce energy. Like I love that we have this like character here. Like we've got lion roaring energy, but also 9 of Wands speaks to somebody who is willing to fight for what they want, especially in this particular deck. This is somebody who has been on the path to reaching their goals. And I feel like they are going to, you're going to really respect the way that they go about their business, how determined they are, how dedicated they are, and how much they believe in themselves. So I think that's an element that we don't talk enough about when we're talking about going after our goals and like being relentless and determined. It's not enough to just decide like, oh, I want this. You have to really believe that you can have it and that you would be good at it and that you can maintain it and that you can grow it. So there's a level of confidence in this person in what they're able to do, and they bring that into the relationship. I feel like they are very confident and intentional about what they want from this connection. And also with the 9 of Wands. So the 9 of Wands can also speak to somebody who's like been on a journey. Like they have been on the journey to get what they want. They are close to the end, but it also can speak to someone who's been a little bit battered. Like things haven't worked out and they've had to persevere. They've had to really push through. And I'm getting that in the context of their relationships. I feel like they have not always had, like they've been wanting, I feel like a committed relationship for a while. I think this is someone who always knew they were definitely a committed relationship type of person. And they have been looking for that for a while, but the relationships they've had in the past just haven't worked out. And I feel like they've had a few, not necessarily like a lot, but they've had a few. I feel like they were all long-term. Like they were always looking for that long-term, deep, meaningful, like lifelong connection, but it just hasn't happened. Alternatively, this could also be somebody who was in a long-term commitment connection, either married or thinking they were with the person they were going to marry. And they were with them for a very long time and it ended and like kind of left them a little heartbroken by how things played out. So I do feel like this is somebody who has been through it a little bit in the relationship arena, but that has not hardened their heart. They still know what they want. They still believe in love, and they are going to be very excited to see a future with you. I think that future is also going to be like what they see in the future is going to be part of what you are attracted to. Like it's part of why you choose them is like how committed they are, how much you all want the same things or you both want the same things. Now with this Tower reversed, I feel like this person had to kind of remake themselves. When the Tower comes up, when it's upright, it can speak to things in our world that are kind of crumbling down, or in this case, really burning to the ground. Like this almost looks like more, I mean, I think it's supposed to be the sky, but this has the imagery of this almost looks more like crumbled paper to me that's like on fire. So it's the idea of like things burning to the ground, things that you thought were a mainstay in your life, things that you thought were going to be there long term, or you put a lot of time and investment into, typically like relationships, career, that kind of stuff. And something just not working out, all of that crumbling, it tends to feel very abrupt when the Tower is in the upright. But in this case, in this reversal, I feel like this is somebody who did kind of have their world crumble down, but it was more from a belief standpoint. Like, or at least the belief standpoint was the larger issue. Like perhaps they did lose relationships or a career, but it was because what they believed about the person or situation or themselves was kind of ripped out from underneath them. Like their belief system, everything they believed was really called into question, and they had to examine everything and discard, I think, an entire belief system and then remake themselves. Really questioning and challenging everything they thought they knew. And they have grown into an incredible person. And I just got chills when I said that. Like they have risen in this incredibly beautiful way. And it will make them like such an empowered partner for you. Like, and I also feel like this is part of, again, like what's attractive is that they have, or what's attractive to you, part of why you will choose this person is because they have done so much inner work. They have truly analyzed who they are and what they believe. And they might still have some belief systems from their past, but even the belief systems that they were like handed to them or like forced upon them, they've examined and decided, no, that actually is something I do believe. All of this stuff over here is old and not mine, and I don't want it anymore. But these two things, yes, I do agree with those. So this person has done their inner work, and the beliefs that they hold them very intentionally. They've examined everything, and I think it's that very thoughtful approach and how deep they know themselves that's going to give you a lot of certainty and comfort in who they are. And it's also part of how they can present so confidently because they have done this work, and doing that work means they're going to be a very safe and stable person. And I think that's ultimately, again, like what's very, very attractive. Now, the Two of Cups, when this card comes up upright, it can speak to relationships. It can speak to being like a soulmate card. This card coming up in the reverse for me is this person has learned to deeply love themselves. Like deeply love themselves. I feel like even if they have things in their past that they are a little bit ashamed of or not quite proud of, they can own that. Like they even love that part of themselves. And here's why this is really important. I think ultimately really attractive for you. So I believe it was in one of Brene Brown's books where she talks about this, but she had learned, I think it was through her research, it was either through her research or through somebody else's, that you can actually only love another person to the depths at which you love yourself. Like that was ultimately what sent her to therapy, because she wanted to love her children more than she currently loved herself, if I'm remembering that correctly. And I'm like 95% sure I am. So the thing with this is if this person truly deeply loves themselves completely, they are going to be able to love you just as deeply, just as completely. And there's, again, like a safety, security, a really nurturing energy that I'm getting from them that's a result of this card. And that is part of why you will choose them, is they are able to be very expressive with their emotions. They're able to say that they love you. They're able to show it and to show up for it. Like they're not afraid to be affectionate and let you know how they feel. This isn't somebody that you're going to have to guess where you stand. They're going to let you know, and they're going to love and love deeply because they love themselves deeply, which is so beautiful and so powerful. Lastly, with the Seven of Wands here, I especially love the way this card is depicted, that we have like all of these wands that are trying to get at this character, and this character's just standing there like, yeah, no, like, nope, just stop. And to me, the Seven of Wands is very much a boundary card. It's a card of being able to set boundaries, being able to hold them. And in this particular depiction, that is so strong. Like it's really coming through very strongly for me. And I feel like that's another reason that you will really be attracted to this person. Why you will choose this person is because they are very boundaried. They're not afraid to say no to people, including people they care about. They will say, no, that's not okay. Hey, can we do something different? I'm actually not free then. Like this just gives me the energy of really protecting your relationship. So like if there is something that you're not okay with, like here's the scenario that's coming to my mind. Like if you're in a situation where you're dealing with their family and their family is doing something that you are uncomfortable with, you don't like, they're going to be perfectly fine saying, hey, we need to stop doing this. Like, to their family, they will go to their family and say, hey, like, let's do things differently. This is not okay. Let's not do this. And they will set boundaries with their family on both on their behalf, but also on yours if it's necessary, because they just really believe and respect boundaries. They want people to feel comfortable. They want you to feel very comfortable, and they aren't afraid to upset people with their boundaries. It's not their goal. Like, they're able to do it in a very mature way, but they are able to show up and set these boundaries because they really value how important it is for people to feel seen, heard, loved, safe, and supported. And I feel like, especially with you, if there's a boundary that needs to be set, or if they can take a weight off your plate, if it's possible for them to set a boundary for you, they're actually going to be very happy to step up and do that. And when you set your boundaries, they're going to respect that like nothing else. Like, they might even ask you, like, what's not okay with you? Like, tell me up front. Tell me what you don't want. Tell me what you don't like, and I won't do it. So again, this is somebody who's just done their work. They've done their healing work, and I just see that as being very attractive to you and being the large reason why you will choose them. All right, let's get some oracle cards on here. Here we go. One flipped over. Birthing a new age, birthing new creations, dreaming a new world into being. Yes, I definitely feel like, okay, what I'm kind of getting is I really feel like this person is kind of breaking away from how they were raised to be. With this birthing a new age, I just feel like, and it's like coming up with the tower here, I just feel like that there are things that they were taught to be either from their family, from society, culturally. There are things that they were taught to be and believe that they just do not subscribe to. And I feel like the journey that they're on, and I feel like they're pretty deep into this journey when you meet, but they're still on it, is really birthing a new life for themselves. Like, it's a life that they did not realize was possible when they were a kid, because they just have the belief systems that were put on them. But their world has opened as they shed those old belief systems, as they have really come into their own power and their own beliefs. And they're in the process of bringing something new into being. They have just this deep belief in themselves that they are meant for more and that they have the ability to create it. And I just feel like that is such an attractive quality, that they've done that work. They're making this change, and they're willing to go after what they want, and what they want also deeply aligns with what you want. And next we have show the world the real you. Yes, again, that goes back to the beginning of this reading, where I feel like they are helping you step into your power more. They are helping you be seen and heard more. And it's not because they're doing anything specifically, but it's their support and the way they support you, and the way they really want to meet and know the real you within your relationship, that's going to empower you outside of the relationship. And I feel like there are going to be times where, like, maybe you're hesitant to set a boundary or something. They're going to have your back. Like, if you have a hard conversation with your own family that you have to have, they're in your corner all the way. And the way they have your back is, again, like, it's so empowering. It gives you a safe place to land. And I feel like that's part of what makes it easier for you to show the world the real you. Second piece of this is they're able to support that and encourage that in you, because that's the work they have done. Like, they had to find the real them. They had to discover who they really are under other people's beliefs and societal programming. And again, I feel like they are, to a degree, still on that journey, but they've done a lot of that work and they've really emerged. So that's why they're so supportive of that in you. That's why they want to know the real you, and they want to see the real you, because they've done that work for themselves as well. All right, last messages for pile number 3. Last messages for, this one really wants to come out. I kept trying, it didn't quite fall, so I was like trying to put it back in, but it wouldn't go back in. All right, first up, we have hidden depths. You only see the surface, look beyond. So yeah, I do think this person is going to be more than meets the eye. They're not going to lead with all of this story and all of this history. I think that's stuff that you're going to learn as you get to know them. And I also think the fact that they have so much depth to them is also going to be an element that you are very attracted to, that you kind of get to see this side of them that most people don't know. I don't feel like they're very public with their story. They might be, but for most of you, I feel like what people see is the success that they've built, again, like, because they've come pretty far in life. and they see the external things and thinks that people think it was easy for them, you're going to get to see how much work they've done and how resilient they actually are. And I feel like that also, the fact that you get to see that side of them is part of what adds to the attraction. And next we get share. The busy bee should still make time for each flower. Yeah, I feel like this person is very generous. I think that also is another quality that you will be very attracted to and will be part of why you choose them, is this person loves to share. They love to share their resources. They love to share any wisdom they have if you want to hear it. They just love to share what they've accumulated. And they're not afraid. Like, this isn't somebody who's keeping score. It's not about like who does what for who helps out for who. If they have something available and it's needed, they're happy to share it. And I feel like that is like generally how they operate, but it's definitely going to be true for you. It's definitely going to be a priority for them that they share their resources with you. And again, I think that generosity is also just going to be really attractive, which I love for you. And on that note, pile number 3, I'm going to end this reading here. Thank you so much for letting me read for you. If this reading resonated, I would love to know how in the comments. And if you enjoyed this reading, please give the video a like and subscribe to the channel. I would love to have you in future readings. If you would like a more personalized experience, I do have a handful of reading options linked below. This includes live readings and individual coaching sessions, which are so powerful. And I am also going to be launching very soon the waitlist for my Transformational Tarot coaching program, which will prioritize supporting you and making your dreams come true. So if you are ready to make your dreams a reality, definitely check out the description box. When that list is available, when that waitlist is available, you will find it linked below. And if none of that sounds right for you, but you still want to support the channel, I do have a donation link below. Donations are never expected, but always appreciated, and they just go to support the growth of the channel. But that's all I've got for you today. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you're having a wonderful day or night wherever you are in the world, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye. Hey, Pile 4, welcome to your reading. Let's take a look at why you will choose your future spouse. Why will pile number 4 choose their future spouse? I feel like that one wants to come out. And that one wants to come out. Why will pile number 4 choose their future spouse? Okay. I'm not sure which way that one wants to come. Reversed. Okay. Let's see what we've got. All right, first up we have the 4 of Cups upright, followed by the Sun reversed, by the Ace of Wands reversed, and the Ace of Pentacles reversed. Okay. So on the fact that we have more reversals than upright cards, in this case, I'm really getting for you that this person is a little bit more of an introvert. And whether you realize that or not, I think that's actually exactly what you will be one reason why you will be attracted to them. This is somebody who likes like quality time alone, getting to spend time like inside with you, nights in, that kind of stuff. This doesn't mean they will never want to go out or go on other types of dates with you, but like I feel like they just really value quality time with you. And I think the fact that they value that and they prioritize that so much is going to be one reason why you do end up choosing them. Like this is somebody who, again, just they enjoy spending time with you one-on-one. And like not in like a suffocating way or an overbearing way. That is just what they just really value you. And they value that quality time. And I think because they value it, they will prioritize it. They will be prioritizing you in a way that I think you might not have experienced before. So because of that, that's just going to be a very attractive quality that they're bringing to the table here. And I also think it's interesting that we've got 2 aces coming up here. So I feel like I'm actually kind of getting this as a message more for you. I feel like this person makes you believe that you can do anything. Aces are the start of a journey, but the reversals are also kind of like this emerging situation. So I feel like for you, it's like being in this connection, they're going to make you believe that you can bring your dreams to life. Like you can make things happen for yourself. They just have this belief in you that's going to inspire a deeper belief in yourself. And it's not that you need them to believe in you to really like go after what you want, but it's just, sometimes this might be a little controversial, but I know a lot of times we talk about like not needing external validation. And yes, to a point, that's true. We shouldn't need external validations to value ourselves. However, I do think to a degree, external validation is kind of important. It's why therapists teach you, like that's a therapeutic technique, is teaching people to validate other people's emotions and experiences, because that validation is actually very meaningful. So I feel like for you, it's like, if there's an idea that's emerging in you and you're kind of like, oh, I don't know, it's a big risk, I don't know if I want to share it or go after it. If you share it with this person, they're going to give you that external validation that actually makes you want to chase after it, if that makes sense. So let's start breaking this down card by card. First of all, with the Four of Cups, I feel like this person has been through some struggle. Like before you come together, I feel like this person has been through some struggle. And to me, the Four of Cups can speak to, especially if you look at this depiction of it, where we have a character who sees these 4 cups on the table, they're empty, they're not what this person wants, they're disappointed by it, but they're so focused on these cups that they're not seeing what this character is delivering, that there is actually another option available to them. And I feel like they may have spent part of their life focusing on things that were not fulfilling to them. Like this could be in a career sense, but also it could also just be in like the things they were prioritizing in their life. Like maybe they were prioritizing their career more and not making space for their relationships. And now they've decided that's a priority. But the thing that I've noticed in my own life is that when I'm prioritizing things that aren't actually important or aren't actually aligned, that's when the struggle comes in. So I feel like this person, like the struggle for them was rooted in their priorities and what they were focusing on. And that led to some frustrations because the things they were focusing on weren't actually aligned with their highest good. And they kind of grabbed onto it too tightly and were too laser focused that they didn't see other options that were available to them. And I think for them, it actually did get kind of, I don't know if I want to say bad, but like I feel like I want a better word than that. But it wasn't a good situation. Like I feel like they were to just find themselves in a very tough situation because they got so focused on like trying to control the outcome. And as soon as they let go of that, though, things turned around. So like they learned a very valuable lesson in letting things flow. And I ultimately think that, like, in both letting things flow, but also letting go of control and letting things come to them, not forcing the issue. If something isn't working, it doesn't mean they give up real quick, because sometimes you do kind of have to be persistent. But if they feel like they've been persistent for a certain amount of time, a long enough period of time, they're okay with letting go. This isn't a controlling person. I feel like they may have had some controlling tendencies in the past, but they saw the consequences of that. So I think by the time you meet this person, they are going to be really open to the flow of life. They're going to be very open, receptive, and again, like they're not interested in controlling anything. I think they're more of the type that's going to ask you questions about what you want to do and what you're thinking, than try to force something on you. And I'm not sure they were ever really that way with people. Like I'm kind of feeling like it's more like careers and outcomes. Like they were trying to like get themselves in a certain position, make things happen. But either way, they have shed that by the time you two come together. And I think it's what they overcame that is, again, going to be very attractive to you, and who they've become as a result of this experience, how open they are to situations. And they might even help you be more open to situations if that's something that you feel like you need to work on, that you have a hard time getting in that perspective. Their energy being able to like echo that back to you, because this is the thing. I feel like if you're in the tarot community, I feel like you might be comfortable with the idea of like stop trying to control it. But it's very difficult to do, especially in a society that reinforces that like it's up to you to make things happen, right? If you want something, you've got to go get it. You've got to go after it. All of that kind of stuff. So I feel like this person's energy, like having had to learn that the hard way, them being able to reinforce like, you don't have to control it, you don't have to force it, is going to be really good for you overall. So here with the sun reversed, I feel like this person, I think they are very they prioritize their joy. They prioritize things that make them feel good. And I think they encourage that in others too. Like they're not interested in things that are going to make you feel weighed down. Of course, there are some like obligations that we all have to do, but they're interested in building a life that makes you feel lit up. When the sun is upright, it can be like victory, success, like outward success. It's like really being on top of the world type of energy. But in the reversal, this speaks to doing things that make you feel that victorious, that energy, even if other people don't see it. So it's kind of defining happiness on your own terms. And it's about like just stepping into your own power, doing things that make you feel good and happy and fulfilled, even if it's not what society would say is happy, as what happiness looks like, is what success looks like. So I feel like this person is prioritizing, I think, because again, they tried to do that in the past. They tried to make success, outward success in the past, where now they're much more in a place of like, how can I just go after what success feels like? How can I make a life that actually feels really good, whole, supported, and open and expansive? And I feel like their unique perspective is just going to be, again, it's very attractive to you. In a lot of ways, I feel like I'm kind of getting the impression like you already believe and know these things, but finding someone who has these same values, you just haven't come across them yet. So it's coming, like that's going to be a big attraction point for this person. It's part of why you will choose them, is because you have such similar values. Like I feel like you are also in this energy of wanting to build a life that feels good for you, even if other people say it's not. Like you're prioritizing is obviously taking care of yourself to a point, but like having fun. It's not about having the most money, though. It's about like what abundance feels like, and that you don't always have to have the most money to be deeply abundant, if that makes sense. Now with this Ace of Wands reverse, I actually feel like this person has a lot of hobbies and talents. They have a lot of things that they like pursuing. They're very multifaceted. And also with the Ace of Wands coming up in the reverse, so the Ace of Wands can speak to new passions, new joys, new expansive things. Or also new creative endeavors. And I feel like for this person is kind of like, when it comes to their hobbies, they like to change things up a lot. Like they like to try new things. I think they do have a few hobbies that might be mainstays, but they're always up for learning something new and trying something new. And I think that experience is also going to be a big reason why you choose them, because I think you're kind of into that stuff too. So there's this energy of like trying new things together. And you might try them once and not like them. But to me, with the Ace of Wands reversed, it's really about like just the experience. It's not about being good at it. It's not about this necessarily becoming something that you do either by yourself or together over and over and over again. It's just having a fun experience together and trying something new and expanding your horizons a little bit. And yeah, sure, if you like it, if you enjoy it, maybe you stick with it. But you don't go into these things with the expectation of like, you have to keep doing this. There's just this energy of trial, of just trying things out, of being open to the possibility and seeing what might happen. And I also feel like there's a little bit of adventure with that I think is also might be part of why you choose this person. I think they have that adventurous nature. Whether it be with new things like this, but I think maybe also going to new places, like traveling might be really important and something fun that you both want to do. That might not be true for everybody, but like I can just see this. I am kind of getting, especially with the Ace of Pentacles coming out, I am kind of getting like RV energy, like just like touring different parts of the country, doing different things in an RV, and just like that kind of a life, or at least that kind of travel. Again, it doesn't have to be true for everybody. That felt very specific, but that's just what came to me. And with this Ace of Pentacles, so this is actually tying into the sun energy that we kind of started tapping into. So the Ace of Pentacles, when this card is upright, it can speak to the beginning of something new in your material world, especially your finances. It can be like a new career or business or something like that, to that nature, or a new form of abundance that's coming in. With this card coming up in the reverse, I'm getting this being as like you really defining what abundance looks like for you. And I feel like for a lot of you, it's again, it's not about having the most and the biggest, it's about having the most time. And it's about like you having time to spend together and having, of course, enough money that you feel safe and supported and comfortable. But it is like that, like I talked about, like that RV type of travel where like you can go anywhere with that RV. You can take it anywhere. And just being able to do things like a little bit more of an unconventional way. But it's that spending time together is really coming through. And again, I feel like if you have chosen this group and you've stuck with this reading for this long, I feel like that's something that you are already really interested in. And so finding someone who is also interested in the same things, is interested in living in a similar way, is going to be very expansive and also very attractive to you. And it's going to be one of the big reasons why you choose this person. Now, if you are not currently into that kind of thing, I feel like the fact that this person is also going to open your mind to the possibility. Even if this isn't like necessarily your full-time lifestyle or anything like that, I'm not suggesting it would be in any case. Just the idea that like, there's more available to you than you realize, and you need less than you think you do. Like, it's that kind of an energy. And I feel like this person has that perspective, and them bringing that into your connection is going to help you see the world differently and build a richer life for the two of you. Oh, okay. We've got 2 cards came out right away. So first we've got leap. You go first. The universe will catch you. So with this, I'm really getting the impression of this to me, I'm kind of getting like that adventurous energy. Like there is a little bit of this aspect of this person that feels like you were taking a leap of faith. And I think it's I do think it's their energy. It's how they present themselves. I think they might be a little bit, I don't know if impulsive is the right word, because impulsive to me implies that like an element of recklessness that I'm not feeling here, but it's more that just they trust their gut, I guess. I think that's really the root of it. They trust their gut, they trust their intuition, they are willing to take the leap. So it's like you're kind of being challenged to match that energy. Like I feel like you're going to be challenged to take that leap to even go on a date with them and just to see where it goes. And I feel like though, like it's a fun leap to take because as much as they are taking leaps, they're doing it in a very grounded way. Like I feel like they have a support net in some fashion that's going to make this feel like a fun but also a safe leap to take with them, and I think with any lifestyle opportunities that they bring forward to explore. My gosh, what did we just say? Trust the niggle. What is the niggling feeling trying to tell you? That's your intuition. Yeah, they are somebody who trusts their intuition. They trust that sensation, that when they have that impulse, when they're going to trust their gut, or when they have that gut feeling, they're inclined to trust it. And especially if, I feel like if you're into tarot, like you are also kind of working with your intuition, whether you're intending to or not. Like that is inherently what a tarot reading is. So I think that combination between the two of you of really working to trust your intuition more and being willing to trust your intuition more is kind of just building to this really beautiful life. And there's an element of adventure and magic that, again, I really do think that's going to be part of why you choose this person. Conclusions are within reach. So I feel like this person is probably pretty close. If you are not currently with them, this person is probably pretty close to you. Because just the conclusions are within reach. I feel like there are things in your life that are wrapping up. There are lessons that you maybe needed to learn in the past that you are learning now. And as you learn those lessons, as they learn the lessons they need to learn, like everything that independently in your lives is kind of wrapping up so that you can come together into this union. All right, last messages for pile number 4. Last messages for pile number 4. Hoping for 2. Oh, there we go. All right, so first up, we've got generosity. Sow seeds of kindness. So yeah, I feel like this person is very generous and also very kind. And I think that will also be a very attractive quality for you. I think that'll be a major reason why you choose them is this generosity and this kindness that they are willing to give, not just to you, but to others. They are just a very kind and generous person, and it really is reflected in how they live their life and how they treat you. And I feel like that'll be pretty clear from the beginning. I think it's also important to note. This release, lighten your load. So this card flipped upright. I'm not sure if you just saw that. But as soon as it came out, the message I was getting is this is more about you than about them. I feel like you might be in this phase too that we were talking about. That can happen sometimes where like soulmates in particular can mirror each other so that your journeys are like you have differences, but there's also some like real similarities. So if you ever watch like a pick a card reading and the journey of the other person is very similar to your own and you think you're marrying yourself, like that's not what's happening. It's just their journey is similar. And I feel like you are being encouraged to lighten your load. Like there is something about what you are doing right now that is not in alignment with you. It's like you're prioritizing the wrong things. If you are in your own place of struggle, there is something you need to release and lighten your load in order for this connection to come in. I feel like that person might be doing that kind of work now too, but you are being encouraged to do the same. And should you decide to do that, should you be able to figure out what it is that you're supposed to release, If you can't figure it out, the universe will surely send you signs and call your attention to it. But if you are willing to release that, then you are really going to help these conclusions come much more quickly into reach, and this connection come for you much more quickly. And on that note, pile number 4, I'm going to leave this reading here. Thank you so much for letting me read for you. If this reading resonated, I would love to know how in the comments. And if you enjoyed this reading, please give the video a like and subscribe to the channel. I would love to have you in future readings. If you would like a more personalized experience, you can find links to the readings available in the description box below. These include live readings and tarot coaching sessions, which are so powerful. And very soon you will be able to sign up for the waitlist to my transformational tarot coaching program, which it focuses all about making your dreams come true, bringing your dreams to life. So if that is something you are interested in doing, definitely keep an eye out for that. That will also be linked in the description box below when it's available. If none of that is right for you right now, but you still want to support the channel, there is also a donation linked below. Donations are never expected, but always appreciated, and they just go to support the growth of the channel. But that's all I've got for you today. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you're having a wonderful day or night wherever you are in the world, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.